Welcome to this week's weekly wrap, week 2, and what a fantastic week we've had. I thought I'd start with a little bit of an Olympic story. I'm sure lots of you have been encouraged by the Olympics and all of the great things that are happening and all the Australian gold. But I thought I'd share with you about Derek Redmond. So 1992 Barcelona Olympics. Some of you may know the story, but Derek was favoured to do quite well in the 400 metres, and he trained hard and he lined up and he was feeling confident. He set off in his race. The gun went off. He set off in his race and he was heading round the back straight. He was at about the 150 metre mark when all of a sudden his hamstring just went on him and he clutched the back of his legs and fell to the track as he watched his fellow competitors stream off towards the finish line. Well, he was in agony on the track for a little bit of time until he decided, you know what, I need to finish this race. And he struggled to his feet. He tried to walk and couldn't, and then began to hop. And he hopped his way towards the finish line. He went for about 50 metres, maybe even 100, in absolute agony. It was then that out of the crowd, a man jumped over the fence and started running towards Derek, and the security guards tried to stop him and he pushed his way past the security guards. It was then that everyone worked out that this man was Derek's father, and he'd seen his son in pain, and he went up to him and he said, "Son, you don't need to do this." And Derek simply said, "Yes, I do." And his father then said, "Well, if you need to do it, let's finish the race together." And he put his arms around him and they limped towards the finish line. And when they went across the finish line, the crowd erupted. Derek didn't win a gold medal that day, but the crowd certainly was ecstatic. It's a story that has been remembered for a long time. It's nearly 30 years since the Barcelona Olympics, and what a great story of how, when it was needed most, the father came to the side of Derek. And I think it reminds me of God and our Heavenly Father, how that when, we often strive for things. There's things that we want in life, and God will sit in the stands and he'll cheer us on, and many times we're able to achieve things, but sometimes we don't. But when we really need him, when we need someone by our side to help us finish the race, that's when God comes out of the stands. That's when God comes alongside us and carries us to the finish line. And it really reminded me of one of our 5 college values that we're looking at, and we're certainly looking at that in each of our classes. But the 5 qualities of courage, humility, respect, initiative, self-control, and the final one is trust. And this one really reminded me of trust. I also thought of Proverbs 3, 5 and 6. It said, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." So that's a little bit of encouragement. And now let's move on to some of the exciting things that have been happening around the college this week. There's a little bit of video footage and a few photos. There's some science with a lot of wonderful things that are happening in year 9 and 10. There is a bit of video about some dance that's happening in year 7 and 8, and they're learning dances from around the world. And finally, the kinders are showing us some of the things that they're doing, learning and having lots of fun. So please watch and enjoy. Well, lots of stuff happening around the college. Hope you enjoyed that. And thanks to Samuel and Oliver for putting that together. They're our high school production team doing a great job. So thanks, guys. Coming up, we have a jump off on Thursday. That's a student-only event, but we are hoping to take some footage. We've got our morning sport groups. They've come together to do a few little routines. It's all about having a bit of fun, participating, getting a bit fit, and a bit of teamwork as well. So we're looking forward to that on Thursday. A few other things coming up. In September, you'll get an email for our annual survey. When you get that email, it'd be great if you can click on that. There'll be a link and you can answer some questions that will help us to do a better job, improve on things that are happening around the college. So if you can fill that out, that'd be fantastic. Keep an eye out on it, out for it. All right. Also, remember, Monday week we have Think You Know. Think You Know is a session that's being put on in the evening for all of the parents that tells us about how we can keep our kids safe at home on the internet. And that's a really important thing, something that people really want to know lots about. So I want to encourage you to come along. That'll be 7 o'clock on Monday week, as I said. And then on the Friday following that, we have our fundraiser at Woody's Skate and Play. So come along. It's $10 for to get in and $4 to hire skates. It starts at 5 o'clock. You don't need tickets for that. You just need to come along, rock up, pay at the door, and bring your family, bring your friends, bring your youth group, bring whoever you like that you'd like to join in and have lots of skating fun with. So please come and be part of a Woody's Skate and Play fundraiser. All right, I think that's just about it for this week. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you all next week for Weekly Wrap number 3. But for now, that's a wrap.